So what has been the client theme this week that I'm just talking about over and over again? And it's very much the ex who is slowing down the financial separation by being stalling, not getting back to lawyers, not being forthcoming with financials, just taking their sweet ass time as a form of manipulation, of delay, but also because it's often a case that it's of no real advantage to them for the financial separation to happen at all, if at all any sooner. And so they really have no real interest or desire to speed up the process. Now, most instances, you are going to listen to this and you're going to probably say to me, well, my ex is toxic, he's narcissistic, or she's narcissistic, they're this and they're that. And I'm not saying that's not true. But in every example of this, it is always true that this individual didn't just become like this after the separation. They were actually like this in the marriage. They were manipulative, they were avoidant, they were controlling, they were dismissive, they were all those things already in the marriage. And just because we've separated from a person doesn't mean they're going to change. For this personality type, actually what's going to happen is post-separation, all of those negative traits are going to actually escalate. They're going to get worse. And so it is a bit like that analogy of having to confront the bully at some point in time. You can avoid it, but actually to be able to move on and for this person to no longer impact you, just like a child needs to confront the bully in the playground, so must you actually stand up for yourself and confront the bully so that they actually stop treating you and picking on you and trying to manipulate and maneuver you like they have always done. Often what happens is a client comes to me and they're actually tiptoeing around this person. They might be standing up to them, but actually it's not enough. They are still tiptoeing, they are slinking around, they're kind of almost hiding, trying to avoid and dance around. They don't want to upset the apple cart or poke the bear too much. Now you imagine a child in a playground who is trying to address and overcome and push back on the bully in the playground. That is not going to work. And I'm not saying I want you to go up to the bully and punch them in the face and push back on them physically. Don't do that. But there is an energy of my client need to actually changing how they approach their ex in a greater way than they've ever done before. It is a you journey. It has nothing to do with your ex.